down. John Bolton ruined the North Korea deal. It's not like it was successful and the North Koreans were so scared of John Bolton that they wanted to talk to Donald Trump. They were at the meeting. They were willing to talk to Donald Trump. And then John Bolton came in and they were like, well, these guys are psychopaths. I don't want to make a deal with them.
That
and
mustache alone.
And I will say, look, man, I was rooting for Trump last night as much as anybody in this country was.
Not as much as Tony Hinchcliffe.
Okay. Second most. Second to Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe showing more Puerto Ricans voted for Trump than ever by up 26%. He was so...
Well, but wasn't it wasn't that just one of the look, there's obviously a huge series of these things where the Democrat establishment and the corporate media, but I repeat myself, it's death by 1,000 self-inflicted wounds. Yes. But it is almost as if it's like their whole thing relies on lies. Right. It's just all lies. And they have their eyes shut and their fingers in their ears, and they're going, no. Nope. We're just pretending reality is the thing we want it to be.
Exactly.
They don't want to get slowed down by this force that is objective reality. And so all of it, whether it's Joe Biden's sharp as a tack, Kamala Harris is joy, Donald Trump is Hitler. Tony Hinchcliffe was a man at an event who made some comments.
Did you see?
He wasn't really. That wasn't a comedian who was ribbing everybody.
Not only that, but an insult comedian. A comedian who's famous for insulting people.
And we're supposed to act like it's not 2024. Like we didn't all grow up on Don Rickles, and we all know exactly what Tony Hinchcliffe is doing.
Did you see the clip that the mothership posted? It's on my Instagram. No. So they're talking about the comedian who made jokes about Puerto Rico while Tony's on stage on the other screen. So Tony's on stage at the mothership while this guy's talking about what Tony did on CNN. And they're going over like the Puerto Rican population and how they voted.
Oh, it's
Just
so
pull
funny.
it up because it's fucking crazy.
So great.
We were watching it and Metzger was back there. The whole green room was packed. We were having the best fucking time. There should have been a camera on the green room last night. It would have been the greatest reality show of all time. Brian Simpson and Tony Hinchcliffe and Hassan. Everybody's cracking jokes. 100%.
Well, it's just like... It is just unbelievable, man. Like the false reality that they were trying to present while you're watching what's actually going on, and seeing that it's like there was just an enormous shift, like culturally, from say even 2016 to now. And I thought one of the big indicators to me, I was talking about this a bunch on my show over the last couple weeks, since the Garden event, whatever that was, a week and a half ago, and. Dude, there were no protesters. No. That to me was so wild.
It was all gaslighting.
It was, but I'm saying like, if this was happening in 2016, if in 2016 Trump came to Manhattan to give a speech, there would have been like thousands of protesters.
I was there actually in 2016 when that won. I was there for the UFC.
Right.
So the next day we're walking down the street in Manhattan and people are chanting. This guy was saying, Donald Trump, KKK, anti-black and anti-gay. He was like
not a terrible
it.
chant.
It was terrible. He was the biggest cuck ever. It was like the super cuck. The guy was a super cuck. He was one of those guys where you're just like, look at you. Yeah, I wanted to follow him around. I'm like, you're amazing. You're a gift. Keep talking. Just let me listen to you.
Like, what's your life like after this?
Two black guys started walking towards his way. He started chanting Black Lives Matter. As soon as he saw the black guys, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. I was like, this is amazing. I stuck right behind him. Me and Cam Haynes, and I think Tony was there too. And we were just, this is crazy. This is crazy.
But they don't seem to have that in the same way.
It's all
the
bullshit.
The shock troops aren't there for them anymore.
It's bullshit. First of all, back then they didn't know what he was going to do and what he did economically. Chamath has the best way of explaining it. He said, it was the right message, it was the wrong messenger. But if you look at the actual actions and were they good for the economy, were they good for the United States? They were. But it's Donald Trump as the messenger was so polarizing that people lost what's really going on just based on who this guy is, who has, just like Tony Hinchcliffe is an insult comic, Donald Trump's entire career is, you're fired, you're a loser, Rosie O'Donnell's a loser. Like, that's his whole shtick.